piece of papoose. You really are. You have turned into a piece of the gambling, the failures that you've had in your career or whatever that didn't pan out how you wanted to, has turned you into somebody else.
You're very cruel to people because you're a narcissist. She's the type of person who will say something to you, and 10 to 5 minutes later, she'll say, I didn't say that. Straight bipolar. Was diagnosed with it. You're not Cardi B, man. Let's keep it a buck. This is how phony you is.
Everyone is talking. Remy Ma, yes, that Remy Ma, has just suffered the most brutal emotional blow. Eazy The Block Captain, the battle rap star she mentored, publicly dumped her. But it's not just a split with a man. He left her for another woman. And now all of hip-hop is watching this slow-motion train wreck unfold. It began when Eazy, who had risen from underground battles to national fame, and Remy, the fierce rap queen and producer, started spending more time together off stage. Initially, their relationship looked strictly professional. Remy used her experience to guide Eazy's career, and he paid close attention. But over time, fans noticed something different. Their conversations became more playful. Their body language, more charged, and subtle hints on social media made it clear they were getting closer than rapper and mentor. At the same time, Remy's marriage to Papoose was already feeling the strain. Sources say that by late 2023, Remy and Papoose were barely speaking. Missed birthdays, tense studio sessions, and awkward social media posts hinted at cracks in their black love image. Then Remy met Zeanna, known as Z, a spiritual advisor with a growing reputation. Some called her a healer, others called her a schemer. What started as a few chakra clearance sessions quickly turned into late-night FaceTime calls, private, yoga retreats, and secret meetups. By January 2025, Z had become Remy's constant companion. Insiders say Remy paid Z hundreds of dollars per hour for energy work, and even took her on tour as an energy manager. Meanwhile, Eazy and Remy still appeared together publicly, at radio interviews, concerts, and backstage events, never hinting that something serious was brewing behind the scenes. But nerves ran high backstage as the tension between Remy, Eazy, and Papoose grew almost unbearable. Everything came apart at a battle rap event when Eazy faced off against Jachi Gotti. In the middle of the battle, Jachi paused his bars, pulled out his phone, and dropped screenshots of private chats. He said out loud, "Yo, you're messing with a rapper's wife," blinking up at the stunned crowd. Instantly, the audience gasped. Remy sat in the front row, her face drained of color. Eazy froze, literally unable to respond. That moment became the turning point. Eazy left the stage abruptly, and afterward, he quietly removed Remy's name from his social media, canceled upcoming shows, and told his manager, "I don't care if she's with a man, woman, or a Martian, she played me." Remy tried to keep things together. She hopped on Instagram Live to promote a makeup line. A fan asked, "What's going on with you and Eazy?" Remy blinked, hesitated, then began to cry. These were real tears, not the rehearsed kind you sometimes see from influencers. Between sobs, she said, "People think they know the truth, but they don't. I've been hurt too." Suddenly, everyone realized how deep this betrayal went. She had been torn between her husband, the young rapper she mentored, and a mysterious woman named Zed Papoose, who had supported Remy through her prison sentence and helped promote her music, was also reeling. Friends say he'd been emotionally checked out for months, long before the battle rap leak. He reportedly discovered whispers of Remy's late-night sessions with Z early in 2024. Feeling betrayed, he began packing bags, distancing himself from their shared home, even though they were still legally married. Then the leaks started. Fans spotted a blurry rooftop photo of Remy and Z in candlelight, holding hands. No one could identify their faces, but there was a clear connection. Social media exploded. "Auntie, you need help before you end up on For My Man." Someone wrote, behind the scenes, voices began whispering about Remy using label funds for Z's lavish lifestyle, expenses marked as wellness retreat or tour wardrobe, but actually covering a 4-day healing retreat in Tulum, expensive crystal-infused candles, silk meditation tents, and rose quartz yoni eggs. Insiders say an internal audit was quietly underway, and lawyers had been pulled in to investigate possible fraud. Eazy's management allegedly discovered a $22,000 iced-out Cuban link with A-line, Z's initials, billed as part of Eazy's tour wardrobe. He had no idea until weeks later, when fans spotted it in Z's Instagram story. Meanwhile, leaked screenshots from Remy's email account showed late-night voice notes and poems to Z. Lines like, "I don't want to be fixed, I just want to be seen. Ma'am, you see me." Reading those messages made it clear Remy was in love with Z and was imagining a new kind of partnership. The fallout didn't stop there. Word spread that Z had signed a non-disclosure agreement with Remy's own lawyers, an NDA that expired in May 2025. Since then, Z's social media has grown bolder. One cryptic post read, "Sometimes the universe sends you chaos wrapped in curls and conviction," and racked up 800,000 views in a few hours. TikTok users even started hashtagging Dutcher's chaos curls to reenact their own wild love stories set against a backdrop of spiritual healing. In the battle rap community, everyone watched this drama like a pay-per-view event. Rival rappers teased Eazy relentlessly on Instagram, even dropping diss tracks with hooks like, "She gave you keys to power, you dipped with the gardener." Eazy, however, has gone silent. He's scrubbed his accounts, unfollowed Remy, and removed any mention of her. Friends say he's in his healing era, planning a rebound album so savage it will make ether feel like a lullaby. Rumors say he might drop a tell-all interview that could upend everything Remy thought she'd secured. Meanwhile, Remy's public image is crumbling. Major sponsors are quietly freezing deals. A beauty brand paused a sponsorship as soon as leaked DMs showed she might have used her touring budget to book a luxury Paris suite under Z's name. And back in February, leaked concierge emails revealed that when Remy was in Paris for a fashion shoot, a second guest checked into her suite under the alias Say Evers, an old YouTube handle Remy once used for beauty tutorials. Suddenly, it looked like she'd been living a double life. Papoose, once the embodiment of loyalty in hip-hop, is now spiritually divorced. According to someone close, he's only staying legally married until they can sort out joint assets. For the past month, he's been in Atlanta, quietly buying property, meeting with producers, and prepping a solo album titled Unfollowed. Because yes, he unfollowed Remy on everything. He's focusing on his own career, moving forward while Remy is nowhere to be seen on social media. And don't forget Z. Files from anonymous tipsters suggest she has been flying under the radar, arranging secret meetups and recording her own TikTok confessions about peace over power. Though she signed that NDA, it's expired, and she's teasing more posts that hint at inside knowledge. Some fans believe she's on track for her own record deal with a rival label, one that tried to poach Eazy last year. They think Z will soon release a Moon and Scorpio EP featuring spiritual R&B vibes. So here we are, 3 adults whose lives are unraveling in public. Remy, once the unstoppable rap queen, is suddenly a cautionary tale. Eazy, the battle rap protege, feels used and humiliated. Z, the spiritual healer, has gone from invisible consultant to central figure in one of the most explosive scandals of 2025. Papoose has shifted from devoted husband to solo artist, building a future without the woman he once held up as one of a kind. If you thought 2025 would be calm, you were wrong. This story has betrayal, secret romances, financial audits, and leaked selfies. It's a cautionary saga about power, trust, and what happens when private life goes public. And the worst part? We're only halfway through. In Part 2, we'll dive deeper into the backdoor deals, the audio leaks, the shady healing, expenses, and how Remy might fight back. Will any of these relationships survive? Or is everyone about to watch this pyramid of lies collapse into a new form of viral entertainment? Get ready for more drama, because this is not over. The tea is no longer just hot, it's thermonuclear. Fans online called his calm behavior classy and mature, exactly what Tiana needed in such a dramatic situation. Aaron's decision to simply sit quietly in the back showed genuine support. No attention-seeking, just solid presence during a very tough time. His silent solidarity meant more than any public display could have. Meanwhile, after the daughter's testimony went viral, social media exploded with respect for her bravery. Hashtags like Brave Queen and the Protect Black Girls trended as supporters posted videos cheering outside the courthouse. People praised the child's courage, noting how unusual it is for someone so young to speak honestly under that kind of pressure. Not everyone agreed, though. Some on Iman's side claimed the testimony was scripted, arguing that Tiana and her team had coached her to gain sympathy. They worried a child shouldn't have to relive family conflicts in front of strangers. Yet they offered no proof of any manipulation, and the judge did not express any concerns. Tiana's friends quickly defended her, explaining that her daughter chose to speak after long conversations with her lawyers and therapists. They insisted no one pressured the girl. She simply wanted her voice heard. If we hadn't allowed her to speak, people would assume we were hiding something, one friend said. A courtroom sketch showing Iman covering his face also went viral, with comments like, "When your own child derails your case." Even though no immediate ruling was made, legal experts believe the judge's admiration for the girl's composure could influence the final decision. Many observers feel that Iman's fight has shifted from the courtroom into the court of public opinion.